What's up, everyone? It is Ray here again. It's been a good couple weeks. Sorry, I got stuck watching Dexter marathons on Netflix and just didn't have time to make videos. But anyways, I'm going to do two different videos today. I'll start with this first one. It's another rebuild tutorial. I guess I just sort of decided now, I guess I'll just call it the Moose Knuckle since I'm going on all these different knuckle builds. We have the dual Canthal knuckle, we have the bearded clamshell, we have the beast knuckle. We'll call this one the Moose Knuckle. This one I've been using now for 2 weeks. You can see it's pretty well used, so we're going to rebuild it. I'll show you how to do it. This is going to be on the IGO-M. Alright, so first off, I guess I'll show you how it vapes. Even though this is a 2-week-old build. Let's show you. As you can see, this thing throws out a lot of vapor. So let's go ahead and get right to it and start doing the build. This is a twisted wire build. And it helps because with the IGO-M, you have the 4 post holes. So we'll pull off a decent amount of wire here, maybe about, what, 2 feet? About 2 feet. Alright. And I'm just going to show you how I twist it. I'm sure if you know anything about twisted wire, you've seen this done before, and this thing is going all loopy on me. And I am using 27 gauge wire. Right, that's probably more than 2 feet, but whatever. I use a lot of twisted anyway. It's not really crucial as long as you have enough wire to do your tube coils, and you really don't need that much wire. But I'm just going to make a whole lot of it because I use a lot of twisted wire now. So basically you twist the ends like this, so that way you have something to grab onto with your needle nose pliers or whatever pliers you might be using. And then I use a simple hook on my drill. Makes it a lot easier to hold on to, and pull the trigger. Okay, there we go. Looks like got ourselves a nice long piece of wire. I got a little mess ups right there, but I'll show you. So there is the twisted wire right there. Nice tight twists. Okay, welcome to up close mode. So cleaned out the deck. As you can see, it has the 4 post holes. So now we'll go ahead and use the twisted wire that we just made to make our coil. So first things first, we wrap 5 times around a 1.5 millimeter Allen wrench. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So now we should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I always take the first wrap off because it's never that tight. All right. And squeeze it together and make a nice little micro coil there. Alright, after you do that, you then take it and you try and smash it down flat. And after you smash it down flat, right, see how the legs are still? We're going to take these legs and we're going to bring them over here. Right, so you hold it flat and then bring this leg over like that. And then take this leg over like that. All right, now you grab on either end. See if I can do this on camera. You grab the first and the last loop and you separate. Grabbing the 2 center ones And basically what you're trying to do here is make it so they don't touch. If you watch any of my other knuckle coil builds, this is just basically making your knuckle coil. There's just one simple variation that allows this build to hold a lot more juice than a normal one. This is probably the most difficult part of making this type of coil here. And then making sure that they all stay about the same size loops. As you can see, like one in the middle is a little too small, so I'll back off a little bit, gain some size, and then pull on the outer loop and shrink that one down just a little bit. That is your knuckle. And then I'll take my needle nose pliers and give it a nice smash. Doing this will allow the knuckle build to flatten out completely. And this is also a good way to test that your coils are not overlapping. You don't want these knuckles to overlap each other, otherwise you get hot spots. Alright, that looks pretty good. Now, what makes this the Moose Knuckle instead of just a basic knuckle build is you hold on like this. Actually, let's give it a little bit more room. So hold on about right at the base of the knuckle here. And you bend them up. Just like so. That way, it looks like that now. And this is going to enter in, and then your cotton goes in between here and your post. Alright? So that is your first knuckle coil. I'm going to go ahead and build the other one off camera, and then we'll go ahead and put everything together. Okay, now you can see we got both of our coils done here. Now all you have to do is feed it into your post holes, which is very easy to do with an IGO-M, since you do have the 4 post holes here. And then the bonus of having the 4 post holes is instead of going through this one, which would be, you think, your obvious choice, you go through this side. So that way you cover more of the surface area on the deck, allowing you to add more cotton. And another thing is you don't want to pull it all the way tight to the deck. You sort of want it, you know, probably about, I'd say, a good 1/4 of an inch away from the deck. You know, sort of right there in the middle, which that looks pretty darn good. So we'll take that and use the little mini Allen wrench that comes with this and tighten it down. Okay, so there's the first one. Same thing on this side. Go ahead and insert the next coil. Just like that. Try and push this one up out of the way so we can get a little bit closer. Lined up evenly like it is on the other side. That one looks about right. Same thing. Go ahead and tighten down the screws. And you don't have to be too scared with this. You can tighten these down really well. They don't seem to cut into the wire, especially when it's twisted 27 gauge. This stuff's pretty sturdy. Alright, let's go ahead and put this, I'll cut off these legs and put it on the ohm meter, and we'll see how it reads. Alright, as you can see, we got 0.24. And another thing I did was I took the coils and I bent them down so they're a little bit, like, pretty much flush with the post here. Because now what we're going to do is we're going to stick cotton right in between those two coils. I'll show you how we do that. All right, so we got our cotton ball wick here, and basically you just take a nice big chunk of it and kind of smash it a little bit and stick it right in between. Let's see if I can give you a better view of this. All right, so we take this and put a decent amount in there, all the way down to the bottom of the deck here. And you can really put a bunch of cotton in this build. The main thing is making sure that you have enough for your coils to make contact with, so you don't get the hot spots. Alright, so now we got this. We just kind of push these coils onto the cotton. Give it a nice like smash and bend them down and trap that cotton in there nice and tight. Yeah, I could probably even put a little bit more cotton in there. Alright, now let's go ahead and put some juice on here. Actually, let's show you. That's probably about 2 drips. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 drips. And that's probably not even enough to get this thing saturated. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 drips. Still not done. Like 1, 22, 23, 24 drips. 24 drips. That's a lot of juice in here. And it looks like it needs more. 26. 28. That might be enough. Let's see. It's not leaking anywhere. There we go. Make sure we don't get any hot spots anywhere. That's firing really nice. Let's go ahead and throw a little bit more juice in there. It's one of the reasons I really like this, is you can put so much juice in here and it lasts quite a long time. You can take, I don't know, I've measured out over 10 hits. It is with a 0.24 coil. So let's go ahead and take a vape, show you how it works. So open this thing all the way up and get full airflow. So you can see this thing's throwing a bunch of vapor. It's firing really nice. And I get decent flavor off of it. As pretty much all of the knuckle builds have given decent flavor with vapor. And the fact that you could just keep going. Let's see, I'll speed this up just to see how many vapes I can take off of the full coil before I get a dry hit. So that was what, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and we're looking pretty dry there. So 10 full hits on brand new cotton. And with this style, when you're using this much cotton, you are going to taste cotton those first couple go rounds. Like, I'm still tasting cotton since I just built it. But of course the cotton goes away after a while. You don't taste it anymore after, a few run throughs. But if you're looking for a dripper build that holds a lot of juice, puts out a lot of vapor, has good flavor, try the Moose Knuckle build. It's really good, and it works really well on this style of atomizer, the IGO-M. You have the 22 millimeter deck, you have plenty of room, you have the 4 post holes that you can build on. I mean, of course, you don't have to build this to the level that I did, a 0.24. I mean, you could use single strand and still get great performance off of it. I just wanted to go down to a lower resistance level. And I did, and I like it. And like I said, I've been using it for 2 weeks, and I've really had no problems other than once the cotton starts to sag. I mean, I didn't even change the cotton. This was 2 full weeks, no cotton change, no coil change, and that's rare for me. I don't normally do that long on a single build, and it held out. So there you go. That is the Moose Knuckle. Thank you for watching, and as always, vape on.